I have to fully admit, I didn't grow up a Bob Dylan fan, but the one fateful Christmas in 2009, a certain album came out. And I was hooked. In all seriousness, the Traveling Wilburys probably turned me on to Bob Dylan indirectly. You know, I knew hits like, Knocking on Heaven's Door from Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid. And went back even further, looked at early 60s, late 60s albums. And that's where A Complete Unknown takes place. The late 60s, couple years span where Bob Dylan went electric, shocking the folk music world and the music world in general by going electric and becoming probably his most popular. It's not a typical biopic where you're going from birth to death or still living. No, this is just a slice of life feel, and it feels like a concert film. There's a ton of music in this. James Mangold directs, who also directed Walk the Line, does a great job here. I mean, coming off of his last big hit. Wait, no, the one before that. Yeah, no, Mangold is back on track here, back to his roots. Seemed like he wanted to fast track A Complete Unknown. Although I read, it was supposed to be made before COVID happened. So Chalamet had 5 years. They had 5 years of prep to really nail down the characters and everything like that. I don't know. It feels like sort of a indirect sequel to Walk the Line. There's Johnny Cash showing up. It Ain't Me, Babe features in both Walk the Line and A Complete Unknown. As much as I love Bob Dylan and I enjoyed this film, I have to say that Joan Baez stole this movie. Monica Barbaro playing Joan Baez, Timothy Chalamet playing Bob Dylan. But it's Barbaro's performance here that really wants me to see this movie again. She is just fantastic in this. Hopefully she gets an Oscar nomination. Timothy Chalamet is great as Bob Dylan, but I thought Monica Barbaro stole every scene from him. As great as Chalamet is perfecting the voice of Bob Dylan, where it's not a complete parody or anything like that, it's actually, it's a great performance, considering, people have really made fun of Bob Dylan over the years, his voice, and it's, easy to replicate and could become a parody. Chalamet really sinks in and dives in, learning to play guitar, actually singing the songs. Got to give him props for that. He's going to get nominated as well. There's no doubt. A Complete Unknown as Best Picture? Yeah, it'll probably get nominated. There's 10 slots. I don't see why not. Mangold as director, I think it's more of a long shot. Elle Fanning here plays another love interest for Bob Dylan, based on a true person, but as per Dylan's request, was changed. But she gives a great performance here, as always. Elle Fanning's great. Boyd Holbrook plays Johnny Cash in a small little area, but it's very memorable. Looks just like Cash from the times, from the 60s. Really thin and lean. Also, Pete Seeger, played by that guy from Rounders. That's right. That guy from Rounders that I can't think of his name. It'll come to me. 1, 2, 3. Edward Norton. Edward Norton from Fight Club is in this, playing Pete Seeger. Great performance as well, as sort of the moral compass here, trying to, the good genre as the movie portrays, because electric is the devil's work and the rock and roll music, that's all the devil's work, and it's a different time, guys, way back in the 60s. Again, everybody sings the songs, plays the instruments. Feel like you're in a concert and you can really sit back and enjoy the music. There's a lot of great music here. I really enjoyed this film. I think it's great. If you're expecting like this biopic that delves deep into Dylan, well, you have to wait for something else, because that's not it. But if you like the music, if you like the folk music, and if you really want to get into Dylan, I think A Complete Unknown does a great job of being that gateway drug. Overall, had a great time. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on A Complete Unknown. Did you see it in theaters? I sure did. Can't wait to own this one on home video. And as always, this has been Return of the Disc. I'm Dan.